We have a developing situation in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills caught lying about Josh Allen's concussion, and it is not good. The evidence as we roll. The play, late fourth quarter at the Texans, tight game. The replay shows it all. Take a look at how bad this is. Look.
Edwards grabbed hold.
Watch his head.
Low.
Watch the whip effect. And bang.
He's out of the pocket. He becomes a runner at that point so they can go low and tackle him.
That is a terrible look, and he is not moving. He's not attempting even to get up. I wonder why that is. Look at the reverse angle. This is even worse. Look.
Out in the pocket as a quarterback throwing.
Watch his head.
Even though he's outside of it and he's trying to throw it, but at that point he becomes a runner.
Yeah, and he's not moving again, which is telling you a whole lot. But here's why Buffalo has a major problem now. Presented by X Golf. X Golf WPB on Instagram, the home of indoor golf, is X Golf, open now in West Palm Beach. Real-time video. I want you to watch closely. Josh Allen is not responding. He's not grabbing that ankle. He's not doing anything that would indicate that the injury is what he claimed it was. Look at this.
Building.
He's out.
Allen is down.
He's out.
Mario
Look at his hands.
Jr.
Look at his hands.
On Allen.
My God. Yeah, the fact that he went back in the game is insane. I want you to watch closely for the reaction of his guard, number 76, David Edwards. You see Edwards to the left-hand side of the screen, his hands on his hips. Watch his reaction. It tells you what we all knew, and that is this is a whole lot more than some rolled ankle. Look it.
Back plays.
Look at Edwards.
And it doesn't
walks away.
Josh Allen saves territory.
He says the F word
for his team.
And you saw him undo his chin strap. He knows this is bad. Meanwhile, Chase Daniels, who played the game forever, and now a Fox Sports 1 analyst said, looks like Josh Allen was unconscious after hitting his head. Yeah, he looked that way because he was. Chase Daniels followed up shortly thereafter and said, if they let Allen back into the game after he clearly smashed his head on the turf, the entire concussion protocol, he called it process, is flawed. He looked like he was out. You know why? Because he was out. Emmanuel Acho caught this on the CBS telecast and says, hold on. Those were smelling salts. Look at bottom left-hand corner of the picture. That's not a joint. That's not a cigarette. That is being offered smelling salts to go back into the game, saying, quote, as if they was going to undo any head trauma he just suffered. Shake my head, the emoji indicates. There's a close-up of the smelling salts, just in case you didn't see it. This actually really happened. But wait, here comes the bombshell evidence that Buffalo covered up the concussion as we continue. Presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire, SLBT.com, the home of honest, reliable service since 1970, 18 total car care centers, Palm Beach to the Treasure Coast. See my people, great people. Sports medicine and concussion expert Dr. Brian Suterer on the smelling salts. He called it out. Listen to this.
And what does it look like is being handed to him, or offered to him, I should say?
Yeah.
Smelling salts.
Yeah.
Now, we don't see Allen specifically take the smelling salts, but very clearly he is being offered smelling salts.
Yeah, and that's a problem. Dr. Suterer explaining why this is troubling. Listen.
The fact that your team is there offering smelling salts to somebody who came off the field or looking like they banged their head is all kinds of levels concerning.
It is, because what you're saying is we know something's wrong with your head. We know you banged it. We know that you may not be right. Why would you offer this to someone who just rolled an ankle or got hit in the chest? They know they're doing wrong. Meanwhile, here is the evidence we were talking about. Listen to the doctor on the proof that we have that Josh Allen was unconscious. Look closely at the left hand of Allen as he hits the ground. The doctor explains it all. Look.
As he continues to fall down, look at that left hand. He does nothing to try and brace, prevent his fall, or guard his fall. That left hand completely hyperflexes the wrist, bending up underneath him here.
He's not doing anything. The key word there, reflexive, meaning that if you're conscious, you reflexively do it. You don't control it. It just happens. Listen to what the doctor says about the proof we have that he was, in fact, out cold. Listen.
That is not something you do if you're conscious and you're trying to brace your fall. If you're trying to brace your fall, you extend your wrist, you land on it this way to reflexively break that fall. And so the fact that we saw this with the wrist is also equally concerning. Yeah, equally concerning and then some, but this is even more concerning. Look at this picture here. Austin wondering why. Josh Allen, why is he not in concussion protocol? Well, look at that. That's the Ravens. That's last Sunday night. Look at the date. That is last Sunday night. Josh Allen, on this play, actually looked to have got concussed and stayed in the game, which means it would have been 2 concussions in 6.5 days. Look at the play from Sunday night. It's unreal. And watch him accelerate as he gets shoved. Watch when he gets pushed, how much faster he goes. Look at that. Bang.
That is disgusting. But wait, because here's where Buffalo now has a real problem on their hands. Presented by Twin Peaks. Eat, drink, scenic views. Your UFC fight headquarters is Twin Peaks. Myron Metcalf says, we got a lot of questions. All of that. And Josh Allen got knocked out. We all saw it. Yes, we did. Still went back out there. Lots of real questions ahead in the post-game press conference. Not so fast, my friend, because Pro Football Talk said Josh Allen claimed I rolled my ankle on that play. That's all. I got the concussion check, but it was just my ankle, which is nonsense. You know it. I know it. Buffalo knows it. Watch closely. Here's Josh Allen answering the question about what happened to him. Watch him avoid eye contact. Watch him try not to make eye contact as he knows that he is not all there and he is not certainly telling the truth. Look at this.
What happened when you got shaken?
Yeah, big
he
shot
looking
to the
at?
chest and rolled my ankle there. They flagged me for hitting my head, but felt good enough to go back in the game.
Yeah, felt good enough to go back in. I felt good enough to go back in. While he was cleared, that is the billion-dollar question. Meanwhile, CBS says, yeah, tough game for Allen. Meanwhile, 9 for 30. 30%. That's the lowest completion percentage in a game for anybody over the last 30 years for a quarterback with 30-plus attempts, and the worst game of his entire career. I wonder why that is. Maybe because he was concussed slightly on Sunday night against the Ravens. 6 days later, got concussed again. We saw this with Tua when he got banged up, concussed against Buffalo, played Thursday night, and got fence posed with his hands against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the exact same thing from 2 years ago. The question is on the board. Question, who is most to blame for this? Well, it's not Josh Allen. He's a gamer. He's a team player. He's a tough guy. He wants to play. It's not on him. The NFL independent, well, they apparently failed in their job. But who knows what happened inside that blue tent? Who knows how they're pressured? Who knows how things are blown past, etc.? It's a crucial point of a game. If Buffalo were winning, there's no way it goes back in. If it was a blowout, there's no way it goes back in. It's a one-possession to tied game late in the fourth quarter. You get it. Buffalo Bills, shame on you. You are a training staff that had a player die on the field just 2 years ago. Damar Hamlin was dead on the field. They revived him for 9 minutes and brought him back, thank God. And now you're allowing a player who likely got concussed on Sunday Night Football 6 days later to play, and then after severely getting knocked unconscious, as you saw, we all saw, allowing him to go back in the game. Just because we can do things in life doesn't mean we should. Just because you have permission to go back doesn't mean you should. And presenting him with smelling salts is disgusting, because what that is saying for a classy organization and the best fans in all of football, Bills Mafia, is we need this game, we need this win. Here, take this, give it a shot. It's not the 1980s. You're better than this. Buffalo Bills training staff and team personnel, more is expected of you. This is shameful. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment on the video. We reply to almost all of those. And remember, kids, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Second night to the bad guy. See you back here on Wednesday.